Hi, I'm Gil Crosby, and it's good to be back with you for this next lesson. In today's session, we're covering the leadership model of Kurt Lewin, the social scientist that I mentioned in the last video. Lewin's model is a simple guide for you as a leader and as a follower, because the same principles apply whether you're in charge or whether you're working for somebody else. It also helps you coach your own followers on how to help you be the best leader you can be. So leadership doesn't occur in a vacuum. It occurs in the environment, the group dynamics of whoever you're trying to lead. And each one of those individuals has the best information about what they want in terms of getting what they need from you, the leader, in order to get their work done. So Lewin's model is simple, yet it applies to almost any situation, and it's situational then, of course. And so there's two axes. One is leadership. So how much do you take on as the leader? How much of the thinking do you do? How much oversight do you provide? Do you provide constant oversight? You're present every day, assessing the quality of the work that's being done? Or do you have a more hands-off approach? And so the second axis is freedom. How much freedom do you provide the people you're leading? Do you say, look, we need to get to this goal in 6 months and then allow people to pursue the goal? Or do you say to them, get back to me every 3 hours about your progress. Show me your work. Do it exactly this way. So there's big variables, and you can think about those variables yourself for your own experience in following. If in your current role you report to somebody, how much information do you wish you were getting from them that you're not getting? Do you wish that they would give you more time before you give them information about progress? Do they go into more of your details than you wish they would dive into? So this same tension always applies for each subordinate. Some people want more structure, some more leadership, some people want less. So people respond differently to these two poles of leadership and freedom. If you're only doing all the thinking for people, and they only know what to do when you're there, and you're constantly present telling them what to do, and you punish them if they don't do what you want, now you've slipped into autocracy. If you live in a fantasy world of that all people they're all adults, they should all know what to do, and so you don't give them any direction, or you're so caught up in other things like meetings that you're never present, now you've slipped into what Kurt Lewin called laissez-faire, which is really an absence of leadership. And both of those conditions cause tension in the followers, confusion. With autocracy, there can be high productivity when the leader is present, but it crashes as soon as the leader is absent. So it's totally dependent on the leader. With laissez-faire, there is low productivity even when the leader's there, because people don't have clarity about what to do, when to do it, etc. So the goal of leadership then in this model is to balance freedom and structure, and to constantly be checking in with subordinates about those variables. Are they getting enough from you? Are they getting too much from you? Do they have the capacity to take on things that you didn't realize they could take on? Are you doing too much of the work? Could they make decisions that you're holding for yourself? Do they wait for you to decide things when they already know what you're going to say? That's waste. So finding the exact right balance of freedom and structure, Lewin did research around this. He had groups being led by different types of leaders. He did this for years. He checked the same variables with groups throughout his career. I have done the same thing with groups since 1984. My father before me since 1953. The results are the same. So if you get the right blend of freedom for your followers, but structure, there is no freedom without structure. People need to know the rules. If you're going to play a game, you need to know the rules so that you can play. Same thing applies to work. So there is no freedom without structure. Find the right blend, and then you will get the highest likely morale, because people like it when they have enough freedom, and they like it when they have enough clarity from the leader. They know what's expected. They know where they stand with the leader. So people like to have the right amount of structure and as much freedom to influence as possible, to do things the way that makes sense to them within reason. So the right blend gives you high morale and high performance. And of course, that's what you're after. So thinking back to Lewin's formula, B equals a function of personality and the environment. This is creating the right environment to bring out high performance and high morale in the personalities in your groups. And of course, that's what you're after. So I'm going to give you now some hacks for structure and hacks for creating the right amount of freedom. And so let's move on to the next video.